we have different artwork. Essentially, the foundation of the solution at our table was this idea, again, of collaboration, but not just between different agencies, also within agencies, and with the community at large. Yay! So when we talk about collaboration, we're not just talking about the non-profit organizations, we're talking about legislators, we're talking about partners in the community, small businesses, we're talking about actual service consumers, community members. This is all very utopian, and and also the funding community. It's really important to get their buy-in on this too, because the goal is to actually create some culture change around the way that we provide services. There's a lot of folks who are really good at providing one kind of service, and the example that we talked about is homelessness. Sometimes if a homeless person comes in, the first instinct is, oh, we have to get them housed, but that doesn't address the root cause. So the root cause of homelessness might be the post-traumatic stress disorder we heard about earlier. It might be any number of other things, lack of education, time in prison. Any of that can mitigate against people attaining stable housing. So the idea behind all this collaboration is to create a new kind of approach to service, which is much more holistic, and some people are already doing this, where a client comes in and instead of being very prescriptive, taking the time to invest to figure out what the actual root causes and needs are, then educating the community. Again, community support is key to this, so that what you develop is a growing, stable client, so that the people who are utilizing your services actually are able to gain and sustain stability over time. So many challenges. Financial capacity in this kind of change is super expensive. Professional development, it's going to require retraining of foundation officers, of people who provide the services, of leadership. It is going to require cooperation, and a lot of people don't want to cooperate sometimes because of egos, nor do they have the time to cooperate. And then, of course, there's everybody's favorite, which is red tape. Anybody who has pretty much any funding at all has to deal with a large amount of red tape. There are some solutions. One is advocacy at the legislative level, and also working with funders to make them understand the true needs of the organization, to address the needs of the clients. That could help cut the red tape. And also it really goes back to communication and thinking outside the box in terms of our partnerships. Looking for people who maybe aren't exactly like us in the way that they provide services, so that you're really working with these untraditional partners to create a new approach to services. Again, going back to the idea of social media, it's a huge resource out there that in the nonprofit sector we're just sort of starting to take advantage of, and there's a huge amount of potential there for growth. And then also cross-pollination and relationships, this idea of using maybe social media, using these low barrier to entry, not very time-consuming, free or cheap methods, we can actually affect change across different sectors, so that funders and nonprofits and everybody can all work together to make a healthy, growing client. Yay, thank you. Yay!